Hello? Sorry I'm late. I just went to the bathroom. Anyways, guys, welcome to the stream. I'm just going to do some commission work tonight. I'm gonna do some sketching. Man, every time I go into start drawing, it's always like I need to hype myself up or something. Or like do anything to like make my ass go to work. Because I am not gonna lie, I do feel some sort of like art fatigue or something. It's not, I wouldn't call it burnout. Because if I was burned out or something, I would just be like swearing and hating and all that shit. Hating drawing and shit. And do anything in my power to like not do this shit. Anyways, I'm low-key procrastinating and not trying to sketch just yet. But anyways, let's just begin. This low-key looks like a Dark Soul. Or Souls-like. Is that what it's called? Is that what that genre is called? Souls-like type of game. Let me just turn up the watermark. Wait, Kim, how long have you been streaming? Not talking about right now. I don't remember. Since when did I was like? Around March? Let me see. I think it was around March. Or anytime that we had like fiber internet, which is finally took a while. It took forever to get like fiber internet speed. Oh, it's around February. How the fuck do you pronounce that? Around February or something. But I did, like wasn't able to stream that much last month because I was like doing a class and shit and filming something else. And honestly, same. I don't know if it's because I feel physically sick, but I absolutely hated everything I drew today. I just felt like I was on a high. I came down. Oh, I do experience that. I think I mentioned it once or talked about it once at stream, where I was like drawing a bunch of side view faces or heads that are like in a side view angle or a profile angle, and to me nothing was like coming out right, and I just hated every single one. And after that, after a few tries and redrawing, I was like, okay, I'm taking a break. And then I came back tomorrow and I felt much more better. And was able to draw what I wanted to draw. So basically I just needed a break. Or just really wasn't feeling it that day. And it do be like that. ID Yogui, welcome. Definitely got this hand wrong. Let me zoom in. It's so weird though. It's like you be feeling motivated to actually study and start liking your studies, and then boom, randomly your art is shit. It just depends on like the mood, I guess, when it comes to me. Saw you were streaming and just wanted to stop by and give some love. Sadly, I cannot stay. It's late for me and I have work tomorrow. Have fun, keep being great. Thank you. There's no need to like stay, especially if it's late to you. If it's late to your location. Because I'll have it like re-uploaded somewhere or have bots of it. So you guys can rewatch and shit. But thank you for coming by. Bashi the Wabbit, welcome. Doshi, welcome. Welcome, you guys. Oh god, there's like fucking ants all over the place, like especially on my desk, but I don't know where the fuck they are coming from. I feel like it's coming from the window because outside, you know, where the ants are at. But it's so fucking annoying. There's not too many of them. They just keep coming out one by one. And it's low-key worrying me, making me worried. Because I don't want my fucking laptop to like be infested with ants. That's just fucking annoying. I might be drawing sketches again while watching. Nice. I mean, I do have some candies right on my desk, but I checked it and it wasn't coming from there. I mean, we have ants all over the place, which is fucking natural, especially in this climate. Like it's kind of like typhoon season again. And the thing about typhoon season is like all the bugs is just like visiting the houses. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck to do with this hand. Oh, I'm doing it wrong, I think. It's supposed to be front. Should be crouching also. Or slouching. God, I'm like itching all over the place because of the ants and shit. Does the Philippines have ant raid? What is that? Ant raid. I think so. I think I saw this before. But the most common thing that we use is like bygone. I just lost my 2-year license for Clip Studio Paint and I got from buying my drawing tablet and I am so broke right now. Oh, that sucks so much. Beef Field Shark. So, thank you for the rhyme. Thank you for the sub. I said that wrong, fuck. Beef Field Shark. I'm always struggling with F's. But thank you for the sub. But yeah, that fucking sucks. That you need to like buy the software and you just recently like upgraded your hardware. That is like expensive as fuck. Like I remember upgrading my laptop, and I was like dead ass broke for how many months? Okay, I'm really fucking getting pissed at this. Cannot get the hands right. I can't tell how to like position it. Let me just draw it roughly. So, I mean, it will look fucking shit, but at least I'll have a guide. I mean, it would be much more easier for me to like just draw the guides, but I'm like fucking lazy and I don't want to do that. I do. They're not coming from the candies. The candies are like sealed, and they're mental candies. What? They're not gonna be. That's not like the first thing the ants would like take. Also, your commission work on Aloysius is just so good. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that you like enjoy the art piece. Yo, Prime Sub, congrats. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Maybe it's an ant uprising. Oh, we just have like ants the whole time. It's kind of normal. It's like we can find them on like the bathroom, kitchen, the living room, upstairs. We just have them all over the place, and it's the fucking norm. Not looking right. And it's like two types of ants. If it's like, if the ant is like color black, we usually don't care about them that much. They only get really annoying. They're only annoying. Where we panic though, is if it's red ants. If they're color red, you gotta kill them quick. It's not upward enough. Shoulders are like kind of. Red ones are scary as fuck. That is true. And they bite like a fucking bitch. Are you agreeing to on another commission, or this is just a practice sketch? Oh, this is a commission work. I was given references, as you can see. If it was like a personal work, I would just be like not. I wouldn't be using references. I may look to Pinterest to like check out some inspirations, but nah. Most of the time I don't. Death Division, my homies. Hello, you're the goat. I leave now. Just enter. Bruh, my sister is making me boil her eggs at 1 a.m. Bruh. who eats eggs as a midnight snack? It's not even midnight anymore. And what I'll be doing right now is a character sheet. So 1 full body shot, and then we need a half body shot and 2. Actually, not 2, just a bust shot and like a headshot. I remember stepping a whole bunch of red ants while wearing sandals by accident, and holy crap, I can still feel the pain. Yeah, they're fucking scary as hell. Not only they're annoying, but once there are like so many of them, and you get to touch them accidentally, is like the fucking worst. Like, only one ant is not scary, okay? It's the fact that they're like in a fucking group and there's so many of them, that's where it gets scary. Okay, hold up. My cousin is like asking me to like send some, what is this called? Load? God, there's like ants everywhere. And they're making me itchy. That's what I said. Who eats boiled eggs this late? Jesus. Okay, Smack, it's me. How are you, Mary? Welcome, Ulaprita. Ulaprita Prita. We have ants infestations, but we're good. I do feel itchy though, because of it. But so far, so good. Okay, I'm back. My cousin just asked something for me to buy. Swear to God, this. Not really liking this proportions. I mean, it's fine because they're wearing armor anyways, so. And I just ate some lunch. The lunch wasn't very good. It's one of those type of Filipino cuisine that's like bland as fuck. But that's understandable. I've been eating like shit recently. Like last night I ate like a chicken burger and I almost felt like I'm gonna get some sort of comatose if I eat this whole. But ants are scary. Have you seen how they attack slugs? No, we don't get slugs. I mean, despite living in front of a fucking river, we don't usually get those. We don't witness those. They have beef with slugs. I mean, ants are literally fucking attacks everything. You don't season your own food. I mean, it's a cuisine that doesn't really have any particular seasoning to it. I mean, it's kind of common here. And those are usually like considered as like a healthy type of cuisine. Because usually the ones that are tasty, spicy, and salty and all that shit are usually not that healthy to eat. I should use like a straight line for the sword because I cannot draw a straight line. Nor would I ever dare to try. I mean, we can try to like season it with like what is it called in English? I think it's called fish sauce, but I don't know if that's the one. We can use that one, but that's like it smells like hell, so I'm gonna do that. It's not looking straight, so let's just have a guide for it right now. Let's just chill. Wait, I think I have a picture of the back. There we go. I've encountered enough ants to be able to pick them and yeet them by my hands. You yeet them one by one. And to us, we just kill them. Because they're so fucking annoying. They break our shit. They jump on slugs and then let themselves get stuck on the skin so that the other ants can get in and tear the slug apart. That's metal as fuck. Metal as fuck. Ants having beef with every living thing on the planet is so funny, bro. You just gotta respect their hustle. That's racist. They're they just fucking hate everything. They destroy everything. Maybe except sugar. They just love that shit. No, fuck my watch. Anyways. Oh, it's not a pouch. It's kind of like an armor. Kind of like an armor. Man, by the time I adjusted to my new glasses, my eyesight definitely got worse. Like, I could barely see shit. That is like a meter away from me, or an inch away from me. This torso does not look right. I hate it. I mean, there's no point to like be overprotecting right now because they're gonna be covered anyways with armor. But nonetheless. This armor piece is confusing, but I think it really just sticks that way. Oh my god, I just noticed it for honor. I mean Nobushi. Can when the time comes we should play for honor. Not to burn, but your girl kills it. Honor? A game? Man, I am such a fucking boomer right now. Like, I remember being such a fucking gamer as a kid, but now that I've grown, I barely play games anymore. Oh, it's by Ubisoft. No wonder I haven't heard it. Thought it was like a Dark Souls. It was from Dark Souls or something. But in all honesty, if I see something like similar to this style, I'm just like Dark Souls like pops in right in my head, or any soul-like game. I had to study for my paper for 3 months. My brain size has halved now. I mean, same. Like by the time I like quit taking school seriously, I'm just like, you know what? Maybe being a dumbass isn't so bad. Or maybe it was just I just didn't find it fun anymore. This spikes looks fucking shit, but let's see a better reference. That doesn't look like it's only 3 spikes. There's gonna be more. Do they have a cape? Yes, they do. I think I would need a bigger canvas for this. Yep, I definitely need bigger canvas for this. I thought that guy was the Dark Souls character. Yeah, me too. That character, that screenshot is like a character from the game, but it's a player can customize their armor and whatnot. Have you watched JJK0? Nope, not yet. And I don't think I have any sort of will to like watch it. I do like the song that played there. King New. I just cannot get into like action animes anymore. It's kind of sad. Like I couldn't find it entertaining anymore. But I really don't want to force myself to like watch something. Maybe because of like FOMO or something. So yeah. God, our dog is like losing his shit again. They keep rattling the gates. You know what? Let's try a new. Ooh, there's. Ooh, it's thundering, alright. Man, it was just sunny like a few hours ago, and right now it's. It looks like it's some sort of storm, so we might hear some rain again. I did watch some like spoilers and like. What do you call this? A few scenes and snippets of it. I feel like it's something I would watch. Mainly because there's Maki in it. But at the same time, I kind of don't want to. Because I already read like the manga where she like, oh, spoilers I guess, where she like kind of fucking ousted and Itachi'd the fuck out of her clan. And I'm like, I don't think I have any time for like check out their other adventures when we're just getting good. We're getting this good. Oh, it's not a cape. Fuck me. Well, I guess we're detaching that after all. But let me just keep it. Keep it just in case. I mean, I'll probably never gonna use it, but hey. Keep it just in case. Go back to your original position. But there is a braid, so Oh yeah. I'm not sure if you guys can hear like the thunders and shit. Bro, I just needs to another dimension. Have you seen the recent chapters with Maki? Not yet. I only got to like where she to the part where she like fucking killed like her clan and shit. I haven't, but I'm so mad. No, yeah, survive. What the fuck is that? I don't remember names, by the way. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's the smug ass guy. He survived. I thought he was full on fucking dead after like she punched her. I think she one punched her or something. Or my memories blur again. There's a tiny opening. But yeah, that guy is like fucking smug as shit. I think what also annoys me when it comes to like shonen anime, and probably the reason why I stopped watching them altogether, is because they kind of drag some plot sometimes. I mean, things are changing right now, but that was one of the reasons why I'm like kind of getting bored. You know, all of that shit. They tend to drag some plots or some especially when it comes to fillers. That's like fucking like just get to the point or something. Like there's so many shit or bullshit that's like going midway. But yeah. Naoya died when he got stabbed in the back by Maki's mom. Deserving. He deserved it. You reading OPM? Nah, I dropped that shit. Sorry to spoil. Warning for spoilers, I guess. But who knows? Maybe we're just faking it. We're faking spreading fake rumors and shit. But yeah. We don't speak of the Naruto fillers. But yeah, there is like, I mean, some fillers are like, could be good, but some of them are just like a fucking hassle to read or to watch. I'm just like, get to the fucking point. What even is the story about anymore? And many of like, or some shonens tend to like lose their identity as they go on. I'm like, what is this story even about anymore? I finally read the new Chainsaw Man chapter, and I like the new character. She's cute and cool. I think she's all over Twitter. I still don't know who she is. I still haven't read it. I'm just too fucking lazy for this type of shit. And again, I just want to read some wholesome shit. Like, my life is already fucking stressful. And I do not want to, like, develop any sort of frustrations, mainly because of the shit I'm reading. for the shit I'm watching. Because I do have some tendencies to like get fucking stressed out to some shonens or to some shows. And another problem is my attention span. I just cannot pay fucking attention. Like if something went on a fucking hiatus or something, and for a very long time, an example of that would be like probably Attack on Titan. After watching like I don't know the first season of it, I just dropped it because I got sick and tired of waiting. I'd rather read the manga again, or instead, especially Tokyo Ghoul. Like, do anyone like fucking remember that shit? Going back to it, I just fucking realized how fucking absurd this shit is. Like, nothing is making any sense to me. Who the fuck is this Jason again? And why the most powerful ghoul gets fucked with some fucking pipes? And all that shit. All that shenanigan. Like, ghouls are like can recover or have some Wolverine type of regeneration. But nope, they get fucking killed by pipes. And I think they butchered the fucking anime so hard. To a point that everyone is just like, just read the manga. Just read the manga instead. Oh god, I think you guys can hear like the rain now. Yeah, there's a fucking storm. I wonder if you guys can hear me. Because I cannot fucking hear myself. Am I audible? Something? Because if I'm still like can be heard, then good job to my fucking mic. Holy shit. The recent chapters of OPM has so much great art. I mean, OPM has great art in general. Be safe, Kim. Thank you. But we kind of like experience this all the time. it's much more worse to other provinces, especially on like the fucking rice fields. See, it's getting weaker now. It doesn't last for long. But when there is like a strong typhoon or something, or super typhoon or something, that's where it gets serious. Let's just hope that there's no any type like any sort of power outage. Because that would fucking suck tremendously. And we experience power outage like most of the time. Man, especially back then. We had no electricity for like 3 fucking months or 2 fucking months. And that was like, holy shit, so fucking annoying. If we wanted like electricity, we would have to like go to another fucking city. It was so annoying. All posts were like was falling down. It got blasted by the wind. And with rain and similar to the tile. Make an area. Oh, thank God. Miranda has been a goat for about 20 years now. Yeah, even if it's like past Ice Shield 21, that shit was so fucking good. 2 months, I would die. I mean, I was fucking dead inside that time. And it's so annoying. Everything was so fucking dark at that time. We had to use a candle to light up our shit. But that was like when I was still a fucking kid. I think I was 10? I can't remember. I think I was 12 or something. I was grade 6, I think. 6th grade or 5th grade. Am I using the right brush size? 2 months and no hot shower. We don't have a heater, so even if there is electricity, we don't have like we're still like gonna use cold water. I mean, earlier this day I took a shower and it's cold water. It fucking sucks. I have to be like forced to take cold showers. But we got no choice. And it's like the only option in order to like save electricity, because most like stuff right now is like fucking expensive. Bills right now are expensive. Especially gas. Holy shit. Gas prices are like, nobody wants to use fucking oil right now, or any sort of vehicle run by gas. Apocalypse time. It was a dark age. Twitch heard my hatred of vaping ads and is now giving me car ads. Holy shit. Which ads are like the worst? Or which one is much more worse? Like YouTube ads or like Twitch ads? Because I have not seen like a single Twitch ad. And the ads on YouTube is already like fucking bad enough. I would pass out if iShield 21 anime remake get announced. No cap. Yeah, that was so fucking goated. It was a classic anime that I watched. Like I did as fucking copied his routine. So he had a routine, right? On how to run faster, and I copied that as a fucking child. And thought I would be like fast as him. You know what, kid? What do you all have that's good? I don't know, actually. I mean, even I hate this fucking house. Dead ass. I mean, we live in a fucking in front of a fucking river, and it's always flooding season. And there sometimes there will be snakes. Snakes are quite common in this location, so snakes and oh yeah, we just had a bat inside of our house back then. I think it was a few days ago. Mom was able to like, set it free and stuff. But yeah, I think there was a bat stuck inside of our ceiling, but it got out, so it's flying all over upstairs. But no one was hurt. And I didn't think like bats attack initially. We don't speak of the rising gas prices. Ignore it. I could say something about oxygen, and she's like, actually, we don't breathe normally. We have to hold our breath for a year, then we get fresh air. I mean, that's just how bad it is to live here. And I only realized that we are actually, or I actually, live in the slums. This is actually considered as a slum area. Like, as a kid, I thought we're like living in the suburbs. Simpson style type of neighborhood. And as I grew up, I just realized that's not the fucking case. We're actually living in the fucking slums. Now that I analyzed and looked around. But it's not as bad as the slums into the center or the capital city here. The slums there is like much more worse. But yeah, we kind of live in the slums. Twitch ads are worse, unlike YouTube ads. You can skip them, and they can be blocked by ad blocked. Oh damn! I didn't know that. I think that's that explains why I don't use Twitch that much. The animation of that time couldn't do any justice to the manga. Oh, I was a kid when I watched it, so everything that I watched as a kid, looks like fucking HD to me. Except they're not. Like, I deadass watch a Barbie movie and thought it was like, it has the nicest graphics of all time. Like, imagine The Incredibles, the first one, and thinking that was the most realistic animation I've ever seen as a kid. And looking at it right now as I've grown, I was like, wow, none of this shit is rendered. Everything looks flat and shit. But that's pretty understandable. The technology back then was kind of early, so. But yeah, that's kind of normal. Congratulations, Kim. Welcome to the for life. It do be like that, yang. Well, as you can hear, I think the rain stopped. That was like a few minutes. Man, the heat is gonna be fucking crazy again tonight. Mainly because of this rain. It cranks up the humidity, so it's like the heat is getting worse. But that's pretty much normal when you're like in the southeast. Or living near to like the equator, I guess. I think I should do like separate layer for this. The helmet's too big. I'm still so stuck that they're doing an for honor commission. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Do you know about Taika Waititi? I don't understand why people like his movies and roles. When I saw his character in Lightyear, I just groaned, and his character being the worst character and annoying didn't help. People liked him for like Jojo Rabbit. I only liked him for Jojo Rabbit also. Jojo Rabbit is like in films. They start off really silly, but they fucking crush you by the end of it. And Jojo Rabbit is really good. So one of the shit that you would recommend. But then he got into Marvel films. And Disney, Disney owns everything right now. So basically, Disney got their hands on him. And as you may know, everything Disney touches just breeds money. All it takes is money. Or all they care about is money. And yeah, every time people hear Taika, because of like Jojo Rabbit, I think, they just like, they're just fangirl, I guess, term to call it. But I don't think it's enough to dislike him, because, again, it's because of Disney, and I really can't blame the whole thing to like directors and like actors and shit, when at the end of the day it's like the executives and corporations that are doing, or the reason why they're doing this. So I really can't hate the guy, especially I think with the new Thor movie. Like, you can tell they're like on the fucking news of Disney. So they really couldn't deliver. And at the same time, I'm like, are people still entertained by Marvel movies? Like, they're fucking everywhere. To the point I'm like, every time I hear marbled, I'm just like, ugh, this guy again. Also, all the art you reposted for the draw this in your style are fire. Good luck picking a winner. Maybe should pick my Thor Love and Thunder was a huge disappointment. Yeah. This effects were godly, but the actual writing is dog shit. Yeah, exactly. It's because of Disney. I'm happy people are now waking up that Thor Ragnarok is garbage. I mean, I hate Thor. He's just fucking annoying. I like Loki though. And Helen. I think her name is Helen. And mainly because of the actress. What was her name? Can't believe I forget her name. Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett carried the shit out of that movie, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't really give a fuck about the movie. Dog's voice during that movie was so goofy. I mean, it was a movie like has tone problems, I guess. It wasn't taking itself too seriously. At the same time, it was like on a serious like has serious stakes involved, but at the same time they just could not fucking pick out. I just don't care. I just don't fucking like Marvel movies, alright? Plus, I find Taika's personality in real life to be very obnoxious. I mean, I never met the guy. I can't judge him. And I just don't fucking care about these people. Hating them is a waste of time. Waste of time and energy. And I don't know if I don't even know these fucking people. If there's a movie I like, there's a movie I like. I don't fucking give a shit about the actors and actresses or who the fuck is involved with this. Just let me watch a fucking movie. Oh lord, we got her to start it to an 8, right? Thor Ragnarok is the movie that made him into a buffoon, and only Hela is the only good part of the movie. Yeah, exactly. Kate Blanchett. I'm only here for Kate Blanchett, alright? And I don't. And yeah, she's a great actress. She fucking carried that shit. But yeah. I can't believe like people kinda treats it or thinks that Thor is like, because there's this like I guess controversial design from God of War. And as you may know, God of War recently is like on Norse, all about Norse mythology right now. And they shared like a post about how Thor would look like. And Thor is basically like, you know, kind of looks like a, what do you call those? Power lifters or something? Or strongman, I think. And the thing about strongmans, they don't look buff. They look thick. So they have huge ass like weight and shit. And people are like complaining that they made Thor look fat. but that's how it's supposed to look. It's not it's not there to be attractive. It's gonna be dead anyways. Come on, it's a God of War. Nobody's gonna fucking live here. Wait, Kim say buffoon again. When did I say that? Bodybuilder. Not really bodybuilder type, but that's what you mostly see on like Marvel movies. Everyone looks the fucking same. And again, I would rather watch The Boys if I'm like going to watch like a superhero movie, because they definitely know what the fuck is going on. I should make a fan art sometimes of like The Boys and Homelander. Not to mention, it's very good. It's a very nice show. And the actors and actresses are really good there. So A+. Hot take, I like the Greek God of War better than the Norse God of War games. I mean, the Greek version is basically like you being angry. Kratos be angry and kill. That's it. But yeah, the story is also like really good. Norse God of War is just Kratos taking the chill pill and showing it to his son. They pretty much toned it down, you know, the fatality and all that shit on the Norse version. So yeah, it kind of, I think that's one of the things that was like what the fans or the OG fans were worried about, that they might like tone it down. I mean, it fucking makes sense they're gonna tone it down. God, like Kratos is like taking the chill pill. Strongman. That's what they're called, I think. Strongman. Apparently, Thor in Norse supposed to be a pretty boy by Norse standard. I thought I thought he was like considered ugly, like, you know, an alcoholic drunk, barbaric shit. What I think they found prettier was Balder. Honestly, when I heard they made the movie a comedy, when the villain is Gore, at that moment I knew it was not. I was not gonna watch it anyway, right away. Are we talking about the Thor movie? Because it's just peak Marvel shit. Trying to take its humorous whatever thingy, humor, whatever. But yeah, I'm just like fucking sick and tired of this Marvel movies. Do not talk about the boys comics. You better be talking about the show. I am talking about the show. I haven't read comics. I don't read comics that often. Western comics. Because I just do not like the art style or the aesthetics of like Western comics. Western American comics. I just don't like the aesthetic, unfortunately. It's often hit or miss. And the comics is like super fucking edgy. So yeah, they pretty much, the show pretty much tried to like improve it, or at least refine it. It's kind of still faithful to like the comics premise, overall premise, but at the same time they also make it better, which is nice. and what it should be when it comes to shows. They made Gore a weak villain, not even gonna lie. The Boys comics is hot garbage. I mean, it's supposed to be an edgy shit, so. I mean, hot, edgelord, turning your own static hot garbage. Stinking pile of shit writing by a writer who thinks that he is the greatest comic book writer. Art that makes Rob Liefeld jealous. I mean, I really don't care about the comics, in all honesty. I just watch the show. Because again, I don't read comics. I don't read for shit. I'm too lazy. And if I'm already watching it, and they're gonna make changes, then I would rather not read the comic. And again, I just do not like the art style of that type of comics, so. Man, I just keep burping. I really don't care about the comics. I mean, I do. I really don't. I really don't. Because I don't read it. God, this is going to be a nightmare to ink. I would prefer to have Sam Raimi direct Love and Thunder. The Gore arc would have been so good as a horror action movie. Oh yeah, he was actually originally like a horror movie director. That's why there's like one really creepy scene to like the first or second Spider-Man. I think it was like the birth of Dr. Octopus or something, which is really good. 10 out of 10 scene. And even about Sandman, Sam Raimi is just good. He is built different. The comic book is one big power fantasy with an edgelord protagonist that tries to make himself look better because he doesn't like the superhero genre and attempts to shame readers for liking heroes. I mean, it makes sense. Just look at Marvel. Just look at Marvel. What's Marvel doing right now? And that's pretty much what The Boys, the show, it's pretty much poking fun out of. They poke fun of like political stuff also, but mostly yeah. They also poke fun of like the superhero genre. Like what the fuck was Marvel on? Gore is supposed to be the God Butcher. That motherfucker unveiled guns like it was going to 7-Eleven. Exactly, they were like too humorous. I didn't watch it, but at the same time, I don't have any plans to. I'm not a big fan of this franchise. There's no point. I have friends that are like Marvel fans. I just cannot get into this for some reason. Like, there are obvious sorts of like scenes that are like really fucking irks me. I think there was one scene on like Endgame where they have like all the women trying to protect like Tom Holland or Spider-Man. And that scene is just so bizarre to me. Like again, a women environment. It just come across as disingenuous. And they are like, what, kind of ruining film industry, low-key? They are low-key kind of ruining it with all this cheap writing shit. But I don't think like all Marvel movies are like bad. I mean, there are ones that I enjoy, but most of them, I basically have low standards when it comes to like taking a look or seeing the new Marvel movie. I don't tend to like set up high expectations about it. The Edgelord Billy Butcher comic is a very obvious self-insert. Man, you're like shitting on like the boys comic so much. Either it's because I find everything funny or you're unintentionally funny. Because sometimes the way you say things crack me up. Holy shit, I made a lot of comments hating Garth, and it's that pretentious shit that is everything wrong with the comic book industry. The show basically actually rewritten the comic books in a much more tasteful to be an actual criticism of the superhero genre. Exactly, the show improved it. They take the concept and basically improves it or perfected it, I guess. That scene felt like an ad. It felt so just throw something in for the women. Exactly. It felt so disingenuous. I'm like protecting the boy, the teenage boy. Like, yeah, women empowerment. Like, bro. Is it this low? Is it that low for you to like? I mean, people are like enjoyed it, but at the same time, this scene just felt okay. We get it. You have to throw something in for like to your women consumers. We get it. Yay. And I hated like Black Panther, I think. I didn't hate it actually. It was kind of mid. But people are like praising it too much. Like, am I the only one who doesn't find the CGI visually appealing? Like, am I the only one who finds it not good? But honestly, it's something I don't want to debate about. It's just, look, if I see something and I didn't like it, if I didn't like it, end of discussion. That's it. And Michael, what's his name? He's is the bad guy on the Black Panther one. I think it's Michael B. Jordan. I find his acting kind of like weird for some reason. Like the way he throws his lines doesn't feel natural. But who cares? I guess I don't think I have the. Shouldn't be commenting about acting. But that's just an observation, I guess. All the adultery shit in the comics and Western media that claims to be adult ends up being the most childish writing pile of shit. You just keep coming up with like trying to talk shit about this comics, and you continue it, continue to do so. Very much girl boss, yeah, exactly. If something like Avatar The Last Airbender, a kid's show, is more mature than 90% of the comic books, then there is something wrong with the industry. If we're talking about the mainstream or a certain section to the comic book industry, especially the ones that I commonly see, are usually about superheroes. And I just find that so boring. Like, this is kind of the reason why manga is like, turning out to be much more popular than comic books. And I think, what was that franchise? I think it was like, I Am Not Starfire. Was that the one? I don't care. I just don't care about the comic book industry. I just don't care. I don't read comics. But all the topics they usually delve into are like the same old shit, just in different fonts. And there's much more variety in like manga. That's why it's much more popular. And another thing is webtoons. I think that's why people are like moving on to webtoons instead. Black Panther mid? Yeah, I just didn't like it that much. I just didn't like it visually. Visually, that's like the one thing I hate. One thing I hate the most is hypocrites and adults acting like immature teenagers. Guard Ennis is both of those things. I really don't care about this dude, so. And I don't think feeding on, again, talking shit about someone isn't really gonna help. They're just gonna be much more famous anyways if you keep talking about them negatively or positively. That's why the only reason or the only way out is to not to give them the attention, which I am an expert of doing so. I just, yeah. Maybe I'm biased for obvious reason. Michael B. Jordan looks like Steve Harvey. I hate it. I never understood how people find him attractive. Yeah, you're right. Michael B. Jordan was actually told by the director to his acting down and act more stoic, so his acting was hindered. Michael B. Jordan is actually a very good actor, but was held back in Black Panther. What the heck? Act more stoic? Wouldn't you be like trying to see the advantages of an actor, for example? Like, wouldn't you be like, making the actor do more of what they're really good at? Because not every actor is like versatile, right? There are actors that are, really good in specific scenarios. So that's kind of strange. Why you want him to be stoic? I don't speak of I'm not sorry. I'm scared of telling you that Black Panther is mid also. Like, I don't want to overpraise it. It's a superhero movie that is trying to appeal to the black people, I guess, to the black community, I guess. And again, I just do not find anything genuine coming out of Marvel. But the soundtrack was good though. I gotta hand it to there. The concept is nice, but the execution was like mid. Especially the CGI department. I just do not like how it looks visually. But the soundtrack was good. Soundtrack was lit. But that's all the redeeming parts, if I get to look at it. Anything else is just I just do not. I wasn't emotionally attached to anyone, any of the characters there either. And I think the first like Black Panther that I saw. Is that even right? Why am I remembering Batman all of a sudden? I suddenly remember Brave in the Ball. Who was that character? Anyways. It's mewing. I'm wheezing. Black Panther's visual and CGI is actually the worst, and I feel like Black Panther and Michael B. Jordan should have more scenes together. Also, the romance is kind of bad, to be honest. There's romance? I actually do not remember that much. Man, that's how I like remember it. I just do not care how much. To a point I don't even remember it. But yeah, I remember the CGI being so bad. It's so shitty. Batman Brave and the Bold? That's the cheesiest and campy show that I've ever seen. And it's amazing, mainly because of it. It doesn't take itself seriously, so that's why I kind of like it. Maybe it's because I relate to the actual message behind Killmonger more than you, Kim. Oh. I actually find his plan to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, bruh, he is holding a grudge. That ass. And actually, I was like rooting for him. That ass. Means I just do not care about the main characters. But again, it was a solid movie, especially for the culture and impact it had on my community. But again, this could be me being biased. Yeah, it was a solid movie. It's not terrible. Come on, there's much more other Marvel movies that are terrible. If, like, let's say if it had a much more better CGI, I really had no idea how they fucked up the CGI on this one. Like, they do this all the time. How the fuck they just screw it up all of a sudden? Like, I have no idea. I'm guessing it's about deadlines again or different studio or whatever. But yeah, if it had a better CGI or something, and you know, a much more better execution to the overall story and acting. It could have been perfect. Oh, and I feel like Black Panther is pretty underdeveloped and less interesting compared to his appearance in Civil War. Again, I just do not care. I don't think I watched the Civil War or had any sort of idea what happened on Civil War. Like, I remember seeing a screenshot of it of all the characters kind of like fighting. It was basically a screenshot of like all the characters are charging towards each other, but the camera is so far back. They look like the shot looks so shit. His character motivation was of course carry on his dad's legacy, but he also realized that Wakanda had the technology to help the community prosper, especially since we are the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, that's why I was like cheering him on. Like I remember rejoicing when I saw him win. Like, yes, get rid of this fucking main character. I do like the villains, not gonna lie. But he was considered a bad guy because I don't know, it's gonna blow up the fucking area or something. Oh yeah, I think he was trying to sell weapons or some shit, and wage war or something, if I remember it correctly. But yeah, I remember cheering him on. Like, I genuinely agree with the fucking with the fucking shit he was like motivated to do. Like, yes, revenge, go, do it, do it. Don't pull some Last of Us shit. Kill the guy. It's basically Hamlet, I think. Kind of like Hamlet. Agahigi man, welcome. Give me so funny. But yeah, it was falling short because of execution. It had a good enough plot, but come on, how do you fuck it up so bad? Black Panther has the same problem as Doctor Strange 2, where the title character is less focused and other characters is more interesting. I mean, I do have this tendency to like be much more attached to other side characters. I mean, just look at me. I watched JJK Jujutsu Kaisen mainly because of Maki. And don't give a fucking shit about the other characters. I just tend to be much more attracted by the side characters, especially the ones that I pretty much relate to. And Killmonger is like fucking relatable, like resentful, filled with anger, and pretty much experience like unfair disadvantages. I'm like, yes, bitch. Kill the fucking main character. But yeah, it was a huge impact to the community, which is a great thing. But if we're judging movie alone, I wasn't emotionally interested, unfortunately. But come on, the soundtrack though. The reason why I keep like or was able to remember Black Panther at least is mainly because of the soundtrack. Soundtrack was really good. also like the concept of like Wakanda. Like people with like really good technology and shit, and it's hidden. Was a really good concept too. Not gonna lie, but the execution, that's the only thing it was holding it back. I don't care how bad they try to make Wanda seem. I always love and root for her. I have not watched about that, but people are losing their shit for it. I got that. The audacity of these ads. Like I remember getting like diapers. It's always diaper ads. Like why? Why? I should really download some ad block to my so I can fucking watch YouTube and shit. Because I don't use ad block and shit. Is this a pattern or just dirt? I cannot see it that well. Banshee versus Twitch ad will win. We'll see on the next round. Kendrick did his thing with the soundtrack, which I think is like, if the artist is like doing their own thing, it's very natural and it's really good, as you can see. So that's really odd that they like. I given instruction to like Michael B. Jordan to like be stoic. Like, dude, isn't it supposed to be angry? Come on, let the dude be angry. Let the dude flex in his like acting skills. But I'm not actually familiar to like other movies or other of his acting career, I guess. That's why I'm not very familiar to his expertise. Or what genre is like his expertise. I'm going to clip this, bro. I always get diapers. But it's true though. I always get this diapers ad. It's most of the times it's like shopping ads, shopping websites, sort of ads, and the other are like babies for babies type of ads. And that's how it usually goes to my fucking YouTube feed. We're like 2 hours in, almost 2 hours in, and I have not finished this full body just yet. I don't think I need to speed up though. I can take my time. But yeah, ads are just do be like that. Is that annoying? Oh yeah, I've been rewatching some Uncharted gameplays and scenes. I think it was Bricky. I was recently watching Bricky about him kind of reviewing Uncharted the Uncharted series. I think his name is Bricky. I think the last time I heard from this guy is probably like, oh yeah, him criticizing or talking about Last of Us 2. He's a serious type of actor. He was in Creed, the boxing film. Really? Never heard of that one. Oh shit, I'm wrong. Wrong layer again. They still continue to do it. Oh, it's in front. Okay. Got it. I low-key want to buy, like, save up and buy some, the Uncharted game. I think it's available on PC, but I don't think my computer can run it. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. The computer is too much of a potato. Which sucks. I really miss, like, playing on PlayStation. But at the same time, PlayStation is getting fucking expensive. And I do not want to buy CDs anymore. That is like, God, that was a nightmare. I hated buying CDs for like games and shit. Cause once I lose that, I can't play the game anymore. Fuck that shit. But at the same time, owning a digital game is so scary. Cause developers can just yeet the fuck out of it and just not let you play. They have full control. Or I'm just being paranoid. Who knows? Have you seen the new movie? If it's good, I'll watch it. The Uncharted movie. No, I heard that it wasn't good because why Tom Holland? First of all, like, I just find him a weird choice to have him cast as Nate, and I just couldn't see it working. Like, I just do not see Nate on Tom Holland. Like, can you guys do a better job on casting at least? And again, I just would rather watch like the game instead. Game clips instead. I realize you might not like the new Bleach anime because a lot of stressful moments and character deaths happens in the final arc. I'm just not that interested anymore in Bleach, unfortunately. If I look back, there's like what? One or two characters I find interesting, and again, I just do not fucking give a shit about the main character. It just do be like that. Like, I do not know exactly why I've come to be disinterested when it comes to this type of stuff. Don't get me wrong, I put like Bleach on a much more higher pedestal when compared to like different shonens out there. At the same time, I just could not enjoy it. Like, if I'm not vibing with the anime, I just do not watch it. Or do not enjoy it. Or hold any sort of personal fondness of it. Kind of treating it like just one of those things that I'll probably like used to see or have seen as a kid. That's how I kind of like hold on to them. But overall, if you're gonna ask if I like them or not, I just do not like them. I just don't find it appealing for some reason. I just can't. With Tom Holland, imagine this was said with my British accent. I know I feel like they wanted the movie to do well by adding his name. Exactly, obviously. They were just casting Tom Holland left and right after like the success from Marvel. Like one character dev in particular in the final arc upsetted the Bleach fandom that Tite Kubo didn't kill him off. Oh, it's one of those like getting bullied by the internet. It reminds me of those. But he's not an actor I would cast as Nathan Drake. Exactly. That's why I do not recommend the movie if you like Uncharted very much. Just watch or play the Uncharted ones. Love how we always have 2 to 3 different discussion going at a time. We're multitasking. We're mid-maxing our time here. Mid-maxing our discussions. I mean, even probably when I talk about like what anime I enjoy, probably people wouldn't like agree with it or something, or they probably haven't heard of it, and I don't blame them. It really is like a niche or kind of indie feeling kind of anime, so it's basically not mainstream, and I get it. I get the appeal of mainstream animes, so you must be a glass half full type of person. What does that mean? Oh shit. There are spots, but what is the pattern? It's kind of circle. Not in the right angle, but I think we can just transform that. Like, ugh, voice crack. Like, do you see a glass half full or half empty? Oh, neither. I don't even use a glass. I think Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is like the safest choice as a favorite shonen. Like, it's just a well-rounded show. What do you call it? Like a you cannot go wrong type of shonen. Everybody likes it type of shonen. And I honestly agree. And I think that's where like shonens tend to lack. Or who knows? Again, just maybe my preference. Oh, I don't actually know. Where this ends. I'm surprised you've never heard of that. I have never heard of that term. I don't even use glass. Is this an expression to see your way of thinking? Positive versus negative type of thing. Well, I tend to look at both. Probably I just actually much more leaning into negative. It's just probably because of the fandom. Fandoms always ruin shit. And that's pretty self-explanatory. Maybe that's why I was kind of like driven away from anime or in shonen in general. But overall, I don't tend to give a shit. You do whatever you want. I need to like add shadows. If you don't want to draw like certain details, just add shadows. Greatest hack. Fullmetal Alchemist is one of those few series that makes me care for almost most of the main cast. Like Airbender and Arcane. Exactly. It's one of those well-rounded shows. A show that you cannot go wrong with. Like once you've heard like the title or something, oh yeah. They would just, agree with it. One of those can't go wrong choices. I think I need my headband. I keep like using my hand to fucking adjust my hair time to time. So hold up for a minute. I need to watch it. I haven't watched Full Metal since I was like 10 or 12. Yeah, it's kind of an old anime. But I think it's still considered like at the top. I'm at the top of like animes to watch. Like, if I'm going to tell you guys what are my favorite animes, they always tend to be into like the slice of life category, comedy, and then romance. There may be some thriller here and there, but nah, not exactly. We're not counting the movies, by the way. We're not counting like anime movies or anything. Those are like in a different category. I'm gonna separate like anime shows and like anime movies and watch, because most of the anime movies are like completely dominated by Ghibli. And that one director, who was it? He basically created Wolf Children, and that's real good. Makes you cry like a little bitch. 10 out of 10. What I do not like, I remember not watching like really sad movies or anime movies, like Silent Boys, and that one from like Violet Evergarden or something, and even the show. Like, I just stayed away from there. Even Grave of Fireflies, I am staying away from those movies. I do not want to be sad. I have enough. Okay, time for the different poses, because this is getting ridiculous. Let's start with that, buddy. But yeah, I think that basically sums up on what I tend to find on shows. Lighthearted and just feel good. All that feel good shit. I swear, me and you are like the same on a lot of things, but complete opposites in other things. I love thriller anime, and I don't really care for slice of life. Yeah, it's a preference thing. Like how we find out that if we raise the light in the Firefly poster, we see the bombers. I have no idea what's that about. I think the reason I don't tend to like thriller anime is just it doesn't deliver well to me. Like, if you guys are familiar with Shiki and Hellgirl, I think those are like thriller animes. Kind of like horror, but not too horrifying, I guess. And I just don't find it terrifying. I just find it comedic to me. I just cannot take it seriously. I'm just like, what are the quick solutions to this? Actually, there's another thriller or horrifying other anime. think I watched it on YouTube or something. It's about a guy at school or something. It was with the eye patch girl, with the umbrella. I think that's one iconic thing about that anime, is that basically this girl has an eye patch. She uses an umbrella, and of course, someone dies with the umbrella, or with an umbrella. I think the last slice of life anime was Keep Your Hands Up in This Girl. I might have misspelled her name. I think it was Azokin or something. But I didn't like that one, actually. I only, don't get me wrong, I like Yuwasa shit. Like Doubleman Crybaby. Yeah. I mean, I only watched it because of the soundtrack, but aesthetic wise, it was lit. But I did not enjoy that one. Not my top favorites, I would say. But it was a good enough anime. Just didn't consider it as one of the, the animes that I enjoy all too much. And the only slice of life, I mean, I usually like Kyo animation. Anything from Kyo animation is like god tier in my eyes. Does Wonder Egg count as a slice of life? Because if so, I highly enjoyed it. Yeah, I also enjoyed that one. I mean, they ended, they fucking butchered the end of it, but it's fine. Animation is really good now. That's why I like that. I do like stories, like it is stressful in the beginning, but as the story goes on, it becomes more of a feel good. Oh yeah, that too. I mean, come on, who wouldn't enjoy like seeing your characters, your favorite characters finally fucking happy? Who wouldn't? I keep getting this arm wrong for some reason. But yeah, if the ones, I mean, I think I probably mentioned this a lot, but overall favorite, all-time favorite anime is Hyoka. My all-time favorite is Hyoka, and I think the other one would be, like, if there isn't Hyoka, I would probably choose Mononoke, not the Princess Mononoke one, Mononoke, the more fucked up version. Like, I remember the scene being so funny. But yeah, I guess my taste is just too boring for other people. So yeah, that's why I don't discuss it too much. Because I know it bores a lot of people. But at the same time, I just do not want to, no, watch enemies that are pointless or leads up to nowhere. Like, they try to make you invested with a plot and all that shit, but ended up being empty-handed. Okay, I'm just gonna go to slice of life animes. Fuck that shit. At least in slice of life, I know there's no stakes or anything like that. Just feel good shit. I do not like every slice of life. Okay. I always judge a lot of the animes that I watch based on aesthetic wise. I also like certain type of animes that just have their own vibe. And most of them are really old. You know what? I'm just gonna use a straight line so I don't have a fucking nightmare or some shit. Yeah, I just started that was running, but I just had to. I just had to say it. What else was like one of my favorites? I really don't watch that anime that often anymore either. Like, I just find every shit that comes out. I think they always release anime seasonal, so I think they just bore me. They're either isekais or the same fucking thing all over again, or just a long ass fucking ad for you to read the anime or read the manga. Read the anime, not that. Read the manga. Because most animes are typically made to like just promote the manga. And you're just basically watching a long ass fucking ad. Should I do the other posts first or? Let's try to shift the angle just a tiny bit. Like, I know I'm gonna have a hard time drawing backs, but that's okay. I think she's on a braid or something. There we go. Pointy ears. Peak design. Oh, she's in profile. Gonna be at least a profile. No, let's just put it roughly there. The only new anime I know of is Chainsaw Man, and I read the manga. The anime, when is the anime gonna be released again? This year? Isn't Dr. Stone coming back? Or did it come back? Did it already come back? I actually do not know. I even don't watch anime actually. Bro, Hyoka was a vibe to me. Exactly. It was a well-rounded show. Direction-wise, story-wise, aesthetically, everything. That's why you can't go wrong with KyoAni. Kyoto Animations. You just can't go wrong with them. I mean, I also like Kobayashi-san. You know, the Maid Dragon one. But it would be a perfect anime for me without the questionable stuff. Like, I understand the author is like trying to poke fun with all this what are they called? Tropes when it comes to the anime or the manga world, especially in like doujin. But at the same time, come on, just give me the good shit. None of this fucking bullshit. That's why I just go with Hyoka instead. At least, like, I have never seen a mystery anime that is this good. And if you guys have recommendations for like mystery animes, and it's one of those genres that you really don't typically see a lot. Like mystery genre is like, I don't think that's like used a lot in anime. It's pretty unique, basically. Dr. Stone came back in April. Really? Oh shit, I'm in this one. Hold on, I need to look it up. I just don't watch that. Don't watch that one. I didn't watch that one. Because again, my taste is pretty much bizarre. Mononoke is probably one of those animes I really just gotten attracted to, mainly because of the style. The art style is so fucking, it's so good. Like, deadass unique. I think there's also Count of Monte Cristo, but I haven't watched that one yet. Probably on my watch list. I think the Count of Monte Cristo is like, has this chowder art style where they have crazy ass patterns. I think the same thing goes to Mononoke. Mononoke is really textured, which is so cool. Animation is so good also. Animation and art style are like something I consider as a separate thing. Animation is all about movement, while the art style is, aesthetic. What kind of armor did I put there? I dropped Dr. Stone because I related to the villain more. I highly agree with selectively bringing people back from Stone. That's actually a good idea. It is this month, but it is a special. Oh, so it's more of an not really a new season, but what do they call those? OVAs? They're basically extra episodes. I think I did also liked Dr. Stone's art style. Maybe that's why I didn't watch it. I'm really picky. Even in anime, holy shit. I think it's one of those animes that I'll probably watch with friends, but not on my own or personally. Ooh, I'm kinda getting hungry. Wonder if there's any chips. In stock. I kind of drew this armor wrong, so has to be much more rounded. I mean, I shouldn't be dealing with the details right now. And just go on to the next pose, honestly. What is with this? God, there's even ants on my fucking mic. Anyways. Change is that her right horn is found out, but while the other left is that size. Ooh. So like this. She's kind of looking like a flathead right now, but fix that later. New layer. So time for headshot or butt shot. Is it a very thick cigar? Oh, it's a cigarette. Guess not a cigar. I'm just falling asleep. Also, I sent you something on IG, but that was a while ago, so it won't hit the same. Yeah, I can't check on my phone right now because my batteries are fucking dead at the moment. And I'm getting kind of hungry too, but we hadn't done them. We haven't done that much. Come on, we still have like 2 shots. Need to work on. Yeah, Honda. Oh, Honda ads. Maybe it's a sign, but you already have a Honda. Maybe that's why. Like, even if you already own shit, ads would just go at you crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with this hand, but let's just ignore it. Ignore that for a bit. Let's have a rough. It's done. Next kinda do have like an impact whether if a character is looking a bit more feminine than masculine. Yeah, I need to do this again. I love it when you turn your art into a group project. Come on, we haven't done that much. Shows how she drew a very detailed art. That wasn't. That's not enough for me. But yeah. Man, did I fucking forget how armors are drawn or something? I forgot there was like a piece on the neck. Right here. Not too big. That's the game. Cause I still need to do like this bust shot, this one, and another headshot. Oh god, every time I fall asleep, I just hear people at my job help me. That's a fucking nightmare. Are you traumatized? But yeah. Like, if I like dream about something, there always has something to do with like the old school that I attended on. Every fucking dream. Holy shit. Almost every fucking dream. It's so annoying. Man, I remember struggling so much when drawing female characters. Because I'm much more used to like drawing male characters and masculine like features. Because they can like masculine features are much more detailed because of the muscles. So they contain much more lines and contours. But when it comes to female characters, I'm having a hard time. Having a hard time making them pretty and shit. I need to lower this. And lower this face. The wee-woo Patrick has gotten into you. Wee-woo, wee-woo. What? You have this. You have the opposite problem from me. I have trouble drawing male characters over female characters. Huh? I wonder why. I mean, I think this happens because of probably which character or which gender that you probably draw the most and drew first. Because first, I was able to learn the male characters and features, and masculine features. So once I finished that, and I was barely drawing any female characters. This is probably back when I was like elementary or something. Like I remember not drawing a single fucking female character. The only time I would started is probably around high school. Like I would try when I was in elementary school, but it wasn't as good. I mean, even right now, I had much more, or I find it much more easier to draw male characters. Not that I struggle too much drawing female characters. It's just I notice a significant difference in terms of speed and probably confidence. Fucking ants, right on my fucking mic. Okay. Like I noticed that I don't mind putting the lines. Holy shit. Let me just fucking put this ant. Okay. Where was I? Like if I throw like random ass lines to contour a male character, I wouldn't mind it as much. Like, oh, this is fine. This is okay. But when it comes to drawing female characters, I'm like, nothing looks right. I have to redo this. And that's how it goes. But right now, it's pretty much balanced. It's much more balanced than it used to be. And certain features, like hips and whatnot. Yeah, female characters tend to like be much more curvy. I mean, it's quite a specific body type, and usually the most considered as feminine body type. But yeah, they're extremely curvy, and curved lines are a fucking nightmare, okay? Would you believe me if I said I sent the ants spy on you? I have a conspiracy about you. Yeah, that's definitely the reason. Yep, no other reason. I think, oh yeah, drawing boobs are also hard, so. I mean, I pretty much started off drawing male characters, so that's why it's like kind of much more harder for me to adjust. to like much more female or feminine characteristics. But it's something that you probably would improve on as time goes on, especially the more often you draw them. I think I need a new layer for that. But I remember like drawing only female characters mainly because of that in order to practice. And it helped. Look at me now. Yeah, it's just perks. I mean, not very healthy too much, but it has its perks. It's not very healthy to like keep drawing something you're not really used to all the time. I much think that it's like much more preferred to like do it gradually instead of every time, because you'll eventually get sick of it if that sort happens. Oh god, I need sleep. Ben should be drawing hentai. Your response is sus. I mean, that's... I pretty much drew porn. Mainly because in order to improve anatomy. So yeah, that's... that's something. That was a phase. That's what... That was one heck of a phase I had back then. And also just to make the subject much more interesting. Like, if I only draw and study for the sake of studying, I'm not gonna get motivated or anything. I'll be just like drawing the same body over and over in the same fucking pose. Definitely not. Look at my IG for evidence. Trying to draw my art style is hard because I'm like boxy in real life. So how the fuck do I translate that to paper without being misgendered? Oh yeah, I can't believe. Yeah, I think that's one of the problem. Is that a problem? Maybe, but there are like unless I drew the characters really fucking feminine, like busty ass body and puckered up lips, they wouldn't be recognized as female. Like people like mistaken like top my OC as a dude sometimes. So people are still like kind of having a hard time kind of recognizing which is which. And to be honest, at this point, just like don't question it, or what even is the point? I told programmed a pattern for this armor. There we go. I mean, I should be using a different layer for this, but I'm gonna take a break anyways. And we're gonna be doing this separate line art anyways. Oh yeah, I remember people thinking Top was a dude. Yeah. People just cannot recognize something. Like, you have to make it super fucking obvious in order to like make them appeal or appear that way. It's hard out here for this. Taught my soul sister. Exactly. I mean, even I get mistaken as a dude. So. I think have I already told that story, guys? That I ordered something on KFC. I think I was wearing a hoodie. And I was called sir. And I can tell the genuine confusion of the guy in the cashier. Like, ma'am, sir. And I was wearing a skirt. Like my half of my body was like, wearing a hoodie, so my long hair was covered. But I was wearing a long ass fucking skirt. Also, my voice isn't feminine, so every time I hop in voice chats online, they call me a little boy. Be honest, Kim, do I sound like a little boy? That doesn't seem to be what I heard when you sent me a voice chat, so. Didn't you say you look like that emo kid from Horton here, so? Yes. Because of my hairstyle right now, that is what I look like. Oh god. I also look like that guy from what? The Lorax? Oh man. Like, if you're familiar with the movie No Country, what is it? There we go. No Country for Old Men, and the character there was like Sugar or something. Basically the big baddie who is killing everyone has this Lord Farquaad looking hairstyle without the bangs. So we basically have the same hairstyle. I think that's why I told you when I first joined your stream, I like your voice. I can relate. It's the type of voice that we feel like we're always going through puberty all the time, all the fucking time. That's how it feels like on having this type of voice. Also, El Macho's gamer fuckboy son. Yes, but without the bangs. My bangs aren't so thick anymore, and they're quite long right now. You didn't cut your bangs yet? Nah, I'm not cutting my hair anymore. I'm kinda wanting my longer hair back, just so I can explore like newer hairstyles. And I didn't even cut my hair all that short, just the same length as like Lord Farquaad or that guy from or that guy from the emo kid on Horton Hears Who. But yeah. I think I need to just this. I have no fucking clue how. I'm kinda indecisive what angle the head would be. So let's go for this one. I think it's not that common for boys to get confused as girls. That said, I've got called lady and girl about 15 times just last year. People just cannot tell the difference anymore. Unless it's super fucking, exaggerated, I guess. So yeah. But same though, I love my bangs to be long. It's itchy, but I like the look on me. I actually like them short. Not too short, because too short is like doesn't look right to me. Just not too long, not too short. Just enough. But I don't like having thick bangs. I remember having really thick bangs. I think I used it like as a YouTube profile. Yeah, back then. I think I also had curly hair back then. When my hair was long, I actually got it permed or curled. And I basically looked like an old lady. And I remember smelling so fucking bad. Like, how many days was it? I think it was like almost a week, 3 or 4 days. I smell like a fucking salon. Just because I got my hair permed. I sent my ideal link to you. My battery is still dead, so couldn't see it. I mean, to be fair, my hip to waist ratio is kind of confusing. Also, I had long hair last year. Like, people would just see a long hair and they would just think you're like a fucking female. But yeah, I remember getting my hair for like curled and some shit. They weren't even the curls that I like. I only want them to be wavy, not too. What do you call those? Like really curly, not too curly, just super curled, tiny curls. And I didn't hate it, nor did I like it too much either. I just wanted wavy hair, but the lady at the salon isn't familiar with like handling younger audience, I guess. Like most of the customers they have was like, I don't know, 50 years above. It's an old lady salon, so. And I couldn't like find a really good salon back then. Unless I go to the mall, and that is fucking expensive. And it took a lot of time also to get it permed. I wasn't able to maintain it though. So my hair went back to straight. Like the reason why I get curly hair is because I was so fucking bored of my hair. Like it's just straight, it's just bland. It's so boring. Like I can't even style it anything else because it's so straight. Smelling like a flat iron, I completely understand. Yeah, it irritated me so much. Like I smelled like the fucking salon. The smell is so fucking strong also. Anyways, there's that. wonder if we have any potatoes yet, and ask my mom to like cook me some fries. I love a little curl or something. It adds style and pizzazz. And I like having my layers frame my face exactly. But I just had a flat fucking hair. It's so boring. I don't even understand how the fuck I got like straight hair. I think it's because I got it from my dad or something. Cause my mom has curly, kind of kinky hair. Is that how they call it? And even my brother is like has really fucking curly hair. Face isn't looking that right to me. It's kind of slanted, so I always have problems with faces that are a tad bit slanted. Damn, you got the short end of the stick. I mean, my little sister also has. God, she has the longest fucking hair out of all of us, and she's like what, 12, 12 or 13 or something. She has the longest fucking hair out of all of us, and her hair is straight as fuck. Our brother actually got the short end of this thing. This doesn't look right. And that's because the forehead's too big. What the fuck did I just copy? I love that to her. I mean, even my mom is like complaining to like cut her hair. At least trim it. Because it's so fucking long. But yeah, she does whatever she wants. Eesh. I think I'll just shrink the size instead. The fuck is this? As you should. I support all the rebels. That's why I got a little aggro to harass you now. I mean, the reason why my mom gets irritated that because of her long hair, it's mainly because of how hot it is to like manage a fucking long hair. Like again, the longer the hair, the more painstaking it is to fucking manage. So I don't blame her. Okay, I think I understand what's throwing me off. Is that still kind of doesn't look right, but it's getting there. Exactly. In any inconvenience, I'm ready to go bald. I'm so dramatic. Stuffs it too. Yeah, it's time to cut my hair. Like, all the anger and frustration, we all take it out to our hair. All the emotional turmoil that we were feeling, we cut our hair. I mean, heck, just look at the fucking Mulan. Goes to war, cuts her hair. Wrong layer. I wonder why we do that. I mean, our hair is like the safest part that we can cut, so. And it's kind of like the part that we always like convince ourselves to like, oh, it always grows back. But then after you cut it, we're like, why the fuck we did that? Regrets it immediately. But it just do be like that. You know, it's those certain days. Okay, I wanna fucking merge this because I'm getting kind of lost with the layers. And this head does not look right. Someone is singing karaoke. What the fuck? Using the karaoke. Now for this body shot. I wanted to make this bigger. But nah. Because I need to like draw the smoke for the cigar. That's so interesting. True, you're so smart, Lovey. How much longer left of the stream? I'm hanging on by a thread. Go to sleep. There would be bots. Don't worry. I still need to like sketch the effects and like complete this one here. It's half body shot. So not too soon, I think. Insurances. She still have horns. It's gonna place here though. Oh jeez, I hope the karaoke is not from your crazy uncle or your friend's dad's roommate. The guy loves to sing in karaoke, and yes, it is related to America's Got Talent story. I mean, it's practically part of the culture here to like, you know, if you're celebrating onto something, you get a karaoke and sing. But no, my uncle isn't here anymore. He's in like another place to his girlfriend or something. No, this stream is so fun and chill. Also coming from you. Go to sleep. Oh man. But yeah, I don't even go to sleep that properly anyways. I mean, I don't sleep too late in my opinion. 11 p.m. is not that late to some people. My friends is much more worse. Like they sleep around 1 a.m. I I don't want to like fuck up my sleep schedule that much. So but I do sleep considerably late by our standards because we used to sleep like around 10 or something or 9 and we wake up around like 5 or 6 or even 7. 7 is probably the late. But things have changed now. Also, it's kind of hard to wake up around this type of season because rainy season is like one of the shits that fuck me up. Like when you wake up in the morning and it's still cold. Hell yeah, I'm gonna stay in my bed. It's like the best condition to like sleep. Kinda did this wrong. It's kinda going upwards. Yeah, it's curved. There's another fucking ant crawling here. I swear to God. I gotta ask my mom to like whip out some sprays or something here. And I also do not want my ants to crawl inside of my laptop. Because that would be really terrible. I'm gonna wake up the white next to Nemo, the way that storm sounded earlier. I mean, it doesn't flood too often anymore. But back then, after 2 years, there's always like a flood happening. But I sleep upstairs, so flood doesn't really reach that high. Yay, no more Honda ads. Now it's credit card ads. Jesus, what the fuck are these ads? Wonder if I should use or just cut it this way. Need to use this because I do not want to draw a straight fucking line anymore. Probably gonna lose my shit to drawing this profile. It's only the profile. It's our neighbor again. It's our annoying neighbor. They're always noisy. And they keep like chickens and shit. And it always smells so bad. Like, I think our uncle are always complaining. My other uncle is always complaining about the smell and the noise. I think this is chainmail. I want me to call up the ants. Call them off. There we go. You're so focused. I mean, I'm getting hungry, so. And I need to, like, kinda end the stream now. We're like almost 4 hours. We're already 3 hours, so. Let me just save this. And I think I haven't drawn the horns yet here. I don't think it's possible to have it at that angle. in the shadows. Boop, boop, boop. What is this? Oh. And it's always the same guy who's like singing. Holy shit, I just heard him screaming, trying to hit a note. It's not a dislike. I mean, I'll probably come across like a hypocrite or something because I also enjoy karaoke. But not like this. I don't disturb people like this. What is your least favorite Pixar film? Let me go check the list. I mean, obviously, it's Good Dinosaur is one of them. The Good Dinosaur, man, that movie felt like a fucking ad. Sing for us, Kim. Hell no. If we hop into a voice call, I'll sing to you. Once you block me immediately. That definitely sounds like what I'll do. My least favorite Pixar film. Let me see. It pulls out the list. Wow, singing is what get me insta blocked. I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is definitely and obviously the Good Dinosaur. But anything else than that, not sure. Not really sure what else. Not vibing with the effects that much. What if I rapped? It's different from singing. Not sure. Man, if I get hired or do content about reacting, you'd be fucking half asleep. Like, my reactions are just, oh, okay. And I just go on to my day. Unless I act all obnoxious or all really moody. I got really moody or something. That's where my reactions peaked. And I start to throw Shakespearean insults or something. There we go. Let's save it from there. Gotta end the stream now. I need to eat. And we're like almost 3.5 hours, so I'm also itchy all over the place because of this ant, so need to spray some anti whatever. But thank you guys for coming. I unfortunately need to end the stream right now. And your girl needs to eat. You'll get some sleep or something and also have a nice day, you guys. And let's get there we go. Bye bye. Thank you for so much for coming though. Grab all the ant raid. I will. I'll start blasting at it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming. I have to end the stream right now. Bye bye. Thank you guys for coming.